I mean, flat out on whatever stat you want to pick on this sheet other than fouls and turnovers. Oh, no, actually, they beat us in turnovers too. Whatever stat you want to pick on this sheet, they beat us up every which way in. We talked about trying to keep the game below 70. They were at 70 with 5.5, 6 minutes to go in the game. And they beat us up on the boards. They beat us up on dribble penetration. They defended us well. They took Karan out. And, I mean, talk about you pride yourself as a team that's supposed to be able to play defense. You give up 57% field goal percentage defense in the second half, 51 for the game. I mean, that's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing.
You talk about the matchups there, perimeter offense and perimeter defense. It just seemed like they had you guys on the outside.
Yeah, and we're supposed to be good at perimeter defense. That's the scary part. Like, we're supposed to be good at, like, one of the strengths of our team. If you looked at our team going into this year, you would say, okay, not sure what they're going to get out of their inside guys, but you know Karan and Velton and Russell and Anthony Myers and Gary Wallace, those guys are going to be solid night in, night out.
What was the problem tonight?
What wasn't the problem tonight? You know, C.J. Garner, Jason Brickman, guys just getting straight line drives right to the basket. It puts too much pressure on your defense. And now they kick. Culpo goes 5 for 6 from 3. I mean, 19 points in 21 minutes. You know, just defensive breakdown after defensive breakdown. And then in the second half, when they did miss, they just went and got it again, so it didn't really matter if they made the first one either.
Did they have those wide open shots in the corner when we played there? You just didn't hit them threes?
Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. Yeah, some of them they definitely did. Some of them they missed for sure. But then again, some of them they didn't have. They had some more open looks tonight.
Talk before about how important home court advantage is in the NEC tournament. That much tougher for you guys now. How do you climb back from this?
Well, I mean, we got to prepare tomorrow, and then we got to get ready to play St. Francis on Saturday. I mean, that's the thing about this league is now you get a chance to right the wrong. You get to come out focused on Saturday, and hopefully you can kind of turn the page a little bit and get a better feeling going. But again, we talked about this game as a chance for us to get back into first place. We clearly don't deserve to be in first place because LIU is much, much better than we are.
Did the second half of this game compare to the first half of the Monmouth game as far as focus and energy level?
I mean, I think there was some focus. I think there was some energy level. I think we just got flat beat. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. We'll go watch the film, and we'll be able to kind of pick some things up and pick some things where we had breakdowns. But they just wanted it more. Shot went up, we stood, they sprinted the ball. Shot went up, they crashed, they got the rebound, they scored it. They missed it, they got it again. They drove in the gap, they kicked, they had shooters that were ready to step up and make shots. We drove in the gap and kicked, and Gary Wallace dribbled it back out. And that doesn't really help anybody. And so, you know, they went to that zone. We get the ball to the 2-foot mark 3 times in a row and come up empty. Elijah misses a layup, Russell misses 2 layups. Basically layups. Like, you know, zone, okay, we want to take away the 3. If you can get it to the NEC logo and you have a wide open damn layup, you got to make that, or else what are you going to do?
For the next game, where do you start with your preparation?
Defense. Because I'll tell you what, if we had trouble keeping some of the guys on LIU in front of us, good luck against St. Francis, New York, because they're more relentless, and some of them are more talented on the perimeter of going to the basket and just trying to go get layups and shots for themselves.
Do you feel like this was a humbling experience for you guys?
It better be. If you're not going to get humbled after this, then what is it going to take to humble you? You know, I mean, that we have some good, talented young kids that need to learn what it takes to be a championship team. The scary thing is that Olaswari's a sophomore, Boyd's a sophomore, Garner's a sophomore, Brickman's a freshman. They're just as young. Onyechi's a sophomore. They're just as young as we are. And in as big a game as it was, and it was a big game, for us not to have come with better focus or better energy or better intensity, even in the beginning of the game. I mean, a couple of things we did in the beginning of the game, you scratch your head and you go, wow, I'm glad we're up 2 at the half. Because I'm not sure we deserve to be up 2 at the half. With all the points we left on the board, with some of the defensive breakdowns we had, with some of our guys just looking slow and sluggish, and I'm not sure how you can look slow and sluggish since you haven't played since Saturday.
Focus is a term you've used a lot over the past couple games. How does that change in games? I mean, if this continues to be a problem, what's the solution?
Recruit? No, I don't know. I don't know. We got to figure it out. You know, I don't know if there is an exact solution because you've watched our team this year. Sometimes we come out and we look like we're invincible. And then other times we come out and look like it's a wreck game. And that was a game for men tonight, and we look like boys.
Were you surprised about the way you played the second half?
Yes. One of the things that I think about our group, and I've said it before, is I think we're a competitive group, and I think that we usually rise to the challenge. And I don't think we did that tonight. Time and time again, Karan stood and watched. Russell stood and watched. If those guys stand and watch, we got no chance. Those guys are supposed to be the guys who are our leaders. They're supposed to be the guys who set the tone for our team. And now they stand and watch. It's like, what is everyone else going to do? You know, Elijah wasn't ready to play. First, I don't know the number, but I got to imagine there was 4 or 5 opportunities where he could catch the ball and score it in the beginning of the game that he didn't do. He scored the first bucket of the game, and then he had 3 or 4 more layups that you got to score. Like, if you guys talk about wanting to be a championship team and you talk about wanting to go back to the NCAA tournament, you got to score those plays. You got to finish those plays. You got to step up and get rebounds. You got to play at a championship level.